Hey guys, thanks so much for joining me on today's video, and I'm going to be doing a hopefully quick get ready with me. Just gonna literally talk to you while I'm doing my makeup. I'm headed to work this morning. It's pretty early, so I don't want to spend too much time, but we'll see how that goes. So I'm gonna start out with, I have these two, this is already gonna be long, I know it. I have these two little perfume samples like that you get from a magazine or that sometimes Sephora sends you. So I have two of these, and what I'm gonna do is use these kind of like the index card or like playing card trick to keep my hair out of my face without putting a dent in it. So I'm just going to put this like this, and then I'm going to use one of these like metal claw clips, and I'm just going to place this over here. So this is just what I have, and this is what I've been using, and it's worked out pretty well actually, so I'm going to continue to do that. But if you don't have something like this, you can wear a freaking headband, alright? And this is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. This is pretty awesome, I have to say. Like, it sticks to your face, and really, like, you could feel it sitting there to where you know your makeup's gonna stick and last. But just to fill in a little bit of my pores, this isn't really gonna add to the longevity of our makeup, but I'm just gonna fill these in so everything looks a little smoother. For foundation today, I'm going to be using Estee Lauder's Double Wear, and I'm going to do my best to mix these two shades because I am getting a little bit more tan. So I'm going to put these together on the back of my hand, swirl them together, and hopefully I do the right ratio and I have a color match. And I'm using a damp beauty blender. Before I move on, I am going to put a little bit of chapstick on my lips, just so it can sit there while I'm doing the rest of my makeup, and then we'll wipe it off before lipstick. Now I'm going to go ahead and fill in my brows, and first I'm going to be starting out with the Anastasia Brow Wiz. This is in the shade Brunette. And now, just to sharpen everything up and make them a little bit more defined, I'm going to be using the Dip Brow Pomade from Anastasia. This is in the shade Chocolate with an angled brush. Okay, eyebrows are done, and now I'm just going to move on to my eyes. I'm going to prime my lids with MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. Okay, for my eyes, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do, honestly. This is usually how my weekday mornings go. I kind of just like, what do I want to use? And I end up doing virtually the same thing with just like different colors. So first, I like to start out with Makeup Geek's shade Creme Brulee. It's like a light, warm brown. And this is just a good starting point. I'm going to put this in my crease. Really above my crease is what I mean. Now I'm going to go into the Lorac Pro, the original one, and I'm going to use the shade Mauve on a little bit of a more tapered brush. And I'm just going to put this directly into my crease. Now I'm going to go in with a color from Makeup Forever. This is in the shade Pinky Brown, I believe it's called, but this is M600. I use this color almost on a daily basis. Like I said, when I'm kind of like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, like this always seems to be a color that I go back to and just continue to somehow incorporate into my looks. So I'm using an even more tapered brush, and I'm gonna place that in the crease, but also on like this outer V area. Now I'm going to take an e.l.f. C brush and the shade Blanc Type from MAC. Now using an E25 from Sigma, and I'm going to use a little bit of a mixture of Sable and Espresso. Then going back with my original blending brush and very lightly along the edges, I'm going to do small circular motions to blend this out. Now, just to make sure I didn't lose any of the Blanc Type shadow, I'm going to go back in on top of it and just put a little bit more. Now I'm going in with a pointed Q-tip, precision Q-tip, and this is the Neutrogena oil-free eye makeup remover. And I'm just going to dip my Q-tip in here. This is going to clean up the outer edges of this look. Now I'm going to do winged liner, and I'm going to be using the Kiko Precision Eyeliner. This is a matte black felt tip liner. Now for some mascara, I am going to be wearing false lashes, so it doesn't really matter what you're using, but I'm going to be putting on the Rimmel London Lash Accelerator. Now for lashes, I'm going to be using the Cocoa 201 lashes that I always wear. They're a lot like the Demi Wispies from Ardell or other type of wispies that you can find at the drugstore. Okay, moving on to under eye concealer, I'm using the MAC Pro Longwear concealer in the shade NC20. And I'm actually going to set that right away with Anastasia's banana powder. Before moving on to the lower lash line, I'm going to go ahead and set the rest of my face with the NARS press powder. Really quick, I'm going to just stamp the T-zone of my face with Max Emphasize highlighting powder. Okay, so now for the lower lash line, I'm just going to be taking a really small dome brush, and I'm first going to go back into the shade Mauve. And then I'll go back into that Makeup Forever M600 shadow and concentrate that a little bit more on the outer half. And then I'm dipping into the shade Espresso, and I'm just putting that on the outer corner. Lastly, for the shadow portion of the eyes, I'm going to go back into Blanc type, and I'm just going to make sure that this tear duct is very bright. I'm going to do some slight warming up of the face and a little bit of like a contour, and this is the Smashbox bronzer in Suntan Matte. I put quotes around contour because I'm not really adding that much of a shadow because this is a very warm color, but I'm also not just like slapping it on my face. I'm using a little bit of a smaller brush, and I like this for every day. Just because, like I said, it still adds, you know, some definition, but it also is a warming shade. And one of my favorite blushes ever, I'm going to be using MAC Melba. Just a beautiful, very neutral pink. For my lips, I went ahead and wiped off that chapstick, and I'm going to go in with MAC's Soar lip liner. And for my lips today, I'm actually using a Luster Matte Longwear lip color. This is from Sephora. It's a liquid lipstick, and this is in the shade Fig. And lastly, I never want to skip the step of setting my face with a setting spray. This is the Urban Decay De-Slick Makeup Setting Spray. So that's everything. That completes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed getting ready with me today, and I hope you guys are also having a fantastic week. I will see you soon in my next video. Bye.